for the fourth time in history, the professional bull riders are set to buck into Kennewick, Washington tomorrow and Saturday for the Challenger Series PBR Kennewick.
So joining us now is the 2024 Challenger Series Championship #2 ranked rider, Dustin Martinez. Dustin, how are you?
I'm doing great this morning. How is everybody?
Not too shabby. So thanks for being with us. And you were just describing the temperatures are starting to warm up there in Kennewick, but you guys will be inside at the Toyota Center there. Tell us more about the PBR Challenger Series. So this runs May to October, hitting several cities, right?
Correct. Yes, sir. So we travel all throughout the U.S. I've been up to Montana a few times this summer. I'm going to be going out to California next weekend. We're in Washington, this weekend. I'd see that right there on your guys' TV. That was from Cheyenne, Wyoming. So yeah, it travels all over the U.S. The PBR is actually on a global level, from Australia to Canada, the United States, Mexico, and then Brazil. So it's, at a global level, but like you said, the Challenger Series runs from May to October. So we're getting towards the end of our season and hopefully looking to be in Vegas for the Challenger Finals now in October. So.
Wow, and we hope we make it to Vegas as well. Sounds like a lot of fun travels. So for someone who has never been to a professional bull rider event like myself, what is it like?
Definitely a lot of energy. It's kind of considered the modern day gladiator sport. Warriors used to get inside of rings with lions and bears and tigers, and now we're just riding bucking bulls. So definitely a lot of energy, but riding bulls, it's just a different American sport, I guess. And I don't know. I talk a lot about the energy, but the energy inside the building's huge. But if you take the time to watch the cowboys and, the livestock and the stock contractors, it's a different kind of camaraderie, and everybody just kind of works together. And, we're competing with the animals, but even then the contractors and the guys getting on their bulls, they're still buddies at the end of the day. So it's just a different environment. I don't feel like you see in any other type of extreme sport quite like that.
Dustin, you're giving us kind of a crash course in bull riding for those of us who have never been to an event before. So what makes a champion bull rider, and how long do the world's best stay on one of those things?
So I'd say, man, probably what makes probably the best bull riders out there would be the mindset. One of my favorite bull riders that I've looked up to since I was a kid, and he now coaches one of the teams, talks a lot about that. If you can convince yourself to do anything in your mind, you can do it physically. So, but fortunate enough, they haven't added any time on the required time to ride in the sport of bull riding. It's still 8 seconds. So after you make an 8-second bull ride, the judges mark the rider on their performance and the bull on their performance. They're both based on 0 to 50 with 100 points possible. So after you make the 8-second, whistle, you get to get off your bull, and then the judges mark you, and it's up to them where they're going to place you in the bull in the standings. So
wild.
Ugh, so cool, so cool. Okay, Dustin, we want to know more about your journey. How did you get into this sport?
So my dad rode bulls. It obviously was influenced by that growing up as a kid, but my parents never pushed it off on me. They were always supportive in anything that I wanted to do. But about the time I was 3, I pulled the iron off the ironing board a couple times, burnt my head, and my mom grabbed my car seat out of the car, put it in front of the TV, strapped me in, and would put on old VHS tapes, NFR recordings, practice pins from my dad riding bulls back to college and stuff. And I finally got to the age I pointed at the TV and said, "Hey, I want to do that." So, they put me on sheep. Mutton busting is what it's called.
Yeah.
And then calves, steers, young bulls on up from there. And then I college rodeoed after that. And then a lot of guys will, start to go to PBRs and PRCA right as they turn 18, start to get their feet wet. And then you got guys that set the world, on fire, like John Crimber right now. So my journey was a little different. I did college rodeo, and then after I got done with college, it took me 5 years to wrap up my degrees. Got done with college and just chased riding bulls full time.
What a remarkable history. Do you remember the first time when you got on a bull, and, do you remember feeling scared at all? Do you ever get scared these days?
Man, it's more of a nervous feel. If somebody tells you that they're not a little nervous, they're lying to you. But I always tell people, you don't go at it with a sense of fear. Like I said, we're kind of the modern day gladiators, modern day David and Goliath, if you will. So I think a lot of times, especially for us as bull riders, it starts with the mind, and then the physical part comes afterward. So yeah, maybe a little scared from time to time, but like I said, it's not a spirit of fear or doubt. It's more of just, a little nervous. I mean, who wouldn't be? You're crawling on a beast, so.
So I'm just like mind blown. The video too.
Right.
And it's all about, what'd you say? It's all about the mind, not really the physicality of it. It's just like you just put
kind of a mind game.
You put your mind to it.
Yeah, you just got to put your mind to it and get it done.
Dustin, anything else you want our viewers to know about the big Kennewick event?
We just hope to see everybody out there tonight. Let's pack the house and, I don't know, shake the walls off that place. I got to go up there about 5 o'clock this morning, and really great venue, really great facility. Looking forward to it. And there's lots of seats in there, guys, so we don't want to see open ones.
That's right. Get those seats filled. Dustin, good luck to you. Thank you for joining us. What a real treat to chat with you this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Of course.